This is like a 3-minute clip, I assume, from one of his streams. I don't know where he's even streaming anymore. A lot of people were talking about this, like, streaming now is boring, and internet discourse in general is kind of sad.
First sketch, next is Ninja. Dear God, bro, leave me alone.
I will say though, bro, like the internet lately though, it is listen, I'm pretty damn confident that your boy's clean. Everyone is just, it just seems like people are just literally looking to cancel anyone and everyone at all times. And it's just, I feel like the internet, like literally, it's every day. But dude, chat, it is every day. It is something new. Every day it is something. It is someone. Someone's getting canceled or trying to for something. Social media and Twitch right now and streaming, it is just so, it is so stupid. I'm so over it, bro.
I think there's a very simple explanation to this, and I definitely agree with him that it's like a thing that is it's only gotten more popular recently, and I believe it will continue to get more popular. I don't know how long. And I think the simple explanation for that is there is no barrier to entry to drama. Drama is just funny, goofy for everyone. You don't need to know absolutely anything, you know? So whenever a new drama drops, everyone is locked in. It gets millions of views instantly, right? And sometimes that is justified. I see you're saying in chat we ignore the cancelers itself, don't give them attention. But that's the thing, because a lot of the time, the people who get canceled, right? Well, they don't just get canceled. They also get ousted as something that should involve the police, for example, you know? So it's also hard to say that, like, it's a purely bad thing, because I don't think it is. But at the same time, the culture of exposing people and finding, like, things to like, just completely annihilate people over has definitely become more and more popular. And a lot of that, I do think, is down to, like, commentary channels, right? Like, there's a reason why I constantly say drama in all capital letters. I use it as a joke, but it's an actual thing. People like drama.
Someone does something suspicious, something that someone's sus, bro. A million people are posting on the internet. Everyone's giving their opinions.
And the worst part about this is that a lot of people are unfortunately just taking things out of context. You know, that's why I think a lot about the things I say, because I'm already speaking in a different language. You know, sometimes I can say something that sounds completely normal in my head, but I say it completely differently. So, and the people's gonna grab a clip, and it's gonna end very poorly. We don't want that. You know, so you got to think about the way you word things very specifically. And that is also something that I think makes conversations a lot less fulfilling, because you're very safe when you talk, you know? And when people actually talk, you don't necessarily dwell on every single word. It's just not what people do.
No one really asked for it, by the way, but we're all doing it anyways, right? W this, L that. I can't condone this. What the fuck's happening, bro? Remember when we used to just fucking play video games? Remember when, like...
I think the reason why a lot of people don't watch, like, just gameplay streams anymore is because it takes too much time, and people don't have enough time. Straight up. I think there is, like, number one, it's a multifaceted problem. I think there is a ton of content online which is, like, more engaging 24/7. Because a gameplay stream will have peaks and valleys. Why would you be at the valleys if you could just watch the peaks? Right? So you're gonna watch, like, clips on Reddit, Twitter, or something. And for the rest of that time, you're just gonna watch something that is constantly at a peak. So highly edited YouTube videos, TV shows, you're playing games yourself, right? So that is number one. Number two, I think people don't have enough time. My favorite example of this is always showing, like, the Google Trends graph for sourdough bread. Guess where it spikes? Yes, it's 2020, in April. That's where it spikes through the roof, because guess what? People were at home, and they were consuming weird hobbies, including sourdough bread. Right?
Like, there weren't these fucking drama channels, like a million of them. By the way,
that's not true.
Like, this is true.
I think the peak of drama was actually around, like, and by peak of drama, I mean, like, it was at the center of YouTube. Now it's not really at the center of YouTube anymore. Now at the center of YouTube, you have people like Mr. Beast and stuff, right? I think, like, 2014, 15, 16 was, like, the peak of drama. Like, when Scares popped off, right? Around that time.
Streaming, dude. Like, this is, it's...
And that was, like, dumb drama. That was even worse.
It's taking over. It's only getting worse. Where are all the funny clips, bro? Like, you know what I mean? We're all... Dude, I miss the PUBG highlight days, bro, where...
Wow. Why are you gonna say that, man?
Every morning, Or every other week, every week there was a new PUBG highlight video.
Yeah, man, those were the days. Man, I remember. Man, I remember. Take me back to those days. Man, I love PUBG so much. Man, it was such a good game.
Right, of all the like, dude, just anyone and any PUBG streamer.
Yeah.
It's crazy moments. Everyone laughing, everyone tagging each other, having good times, bro. Like Tim and I have talked about it, bro, like a lot. Like it's just it.
Was that Appa?
Like Tim and I have talked about it, bro, like a lot. Like it's just it. I'm not saying I'm getting too over this shit, dude.
I don't think this has anything to do with age. I am 22. Relatively on the young side for like content creation, I guess. I absolutely agree with this. It was a lot more fun. Even a couple of years ago, it was a lot more fun. Things have gotten like a lot more heated, I guess.
Parents' basement ninja, dude. Man, I'm starting to have like a lot of real nostalgia about my streaming career, man. I don't know how many years I have left, dude. Like I'm not joking when I say this. It could be 5, it could be 1, but like, dude, we've gone.
I don't think it stopped streaming. I don't. I genuinely believe that people with like, I call it content creator brain, they will never not be content creators. Even people like PewDiePie, right? He is retired. He's living the best life now, right? He still makes content. He still does. That's just what people do. And that's again why I want to bring up the sourdough example. When you give people enough time to just be free and be themselves, they will start doing things they actually want to do. It just happens. It just happens.
Gone through some shit, man. We've done it all, bro. We've done it all, man. We've streamed from. It's not cancer, guys. I don't have melanoma anymore. I'm good for now. I'm just talking about like I've been in this space for so long, dude, and like I'm literally seeing the new me's, right? I'm seeing like the new young kids that are streaming with like, you know, a $5 webcam, terrible microphone in their parents' house, or in like a $500 a month rented apartment. Like, yeah, I started from my parents' basement, dude, into this shitty $800 a month apartment with my brother, into a house that I rented it with Jess. That was before Jess and I rented.
Yeah, I think a lot of this for him is like just nostalgia, you know. I think he is like you know, like the saying of "it gets lonely at the top," that kind of vibe. You know, he like Ninja has done it all. Like, yeah, we meme about him doing like little the Fortnite dance clip, but he has literally done it all. Like, he is the first content creator. Is he the first? I would say he is probably the first content creator to really break into like the mainstream, because I can't think of anyone else. Mr. Beast is now obviously the one that is in the mainstream 1,000,000%. But even like super old school creators like Yogscast were massive, but I don't think they ever like hit the mainstream, if you will, like back in the day. Whatever the case, Ninja has done it all. I'm in my late 30s and have a good handful of content creators I enjoy all the same. It has a lot to do with maturity, and you should never underestimate how much content creators themselves pick their audience. I absolutely think so, yeah. I think it's like a lot of people say that like they don't control their audience, but I think like the way they control their audience is purely like natural selection. Like, I'm sorry, if you don't agree with someone 24/7, you're not going to watch them. You usually surround yourself with like similar mindsets, and maybe that also has something to do with Ninja. Because Ninja went from funny, goofy Fortnite man to now sitting here and really talking about like the fact that he's not totally happy with streaming anymore, you know? So, I don't know.
At another apartment, we've gone from house to house to apartment to house to apartment to house. Just, we've been through so much, man. It's fucking crazy. Like, sometimes I forget how long I've been doing this. Thank you, Aztec. Honestly, just shout out to everybody who's been with me this whole time. Even if you guys have only been here through the Fortnite journey, bro. The Fortnite journey itself has been crazy enough. But I've been streaming since I was 19 years old. So almost like 13, 14 years.
Hey, yo.
Retirement is not imminent. I have a good feeling about a lot of good stuff coming up. But it just feels like there's some...
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Fuck this shit, bro.
Yeah, I think, I'm sure he has like enough money, to put it very bluntly, to do basically whatever he wants. So I'm sure if he just finds like that creative spark again, he'll be fine and he won't really worry about, you know, what once was. I do think there is like a longing for the best days to the, to, you know, the Fortnite days and stuff. Because, like, for me, it's not the Fortnite days. For me, it's like the WoW days. For me, it's like the freaking PUBG days. You know, all that kind of stuff. I still think, like, you know, there is a chance of doing things, finding that new creative spark. But on the interwebs, I do think that, like, generally, things are a bit more gloomy and sad than they were a few years ago, even. Most drama is automatically avoided by the creator not being a person that starts shit. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Like, I think 95% of drama can be avoided by, like, just not, you know, doing things that will get you into drama. It's very simple, actually. That's why the meme exists. Why is it so hard to be a decent person, seemingly? Like, every time someone gets canceled, you're just like, why can't you just be normal? Like, it's not that hard. It's just be normal. It's very simple. Very simple. Obviously, how he reacts to the W community has been upset at how they have the motion he wanted to have in his prime. I don't know. Like, I don't live in his head, so I don't know what he's thinking, but I think if I were in his position, it's definitely just a thing of, it's just, like, thinking about the rush that was with content creation. Because, like, I also have this on a very, very micro scale, right? And to me, it wasn't even a numbers thing. When I was making the One Piece saga, this was the summer of 22. So this is 2 summers ago. The summer of 22 in my brain was so much fun. It was so much fun. It was an absolute rush, getting caught up, pumping out videos. It was a good time. Numbers-wise, it was not the best at all. Like, I'm doing infinitely better now than I was doing, like, 2 years ago, you know? So, I don't even think it's about purely, like, success. I think it's kind of a vibe. To a degree, I definitely agree with him. Drama nowadays is just, like, it's too much. And I think the simplest reason for that is, like I said, there is no barrier to entry. You see drama on the main page of YouTube, you're just like, ooh, sounds interesting. And if it's someone you used to watch, like, 10 years ago, like, you know, there's a certain someone who was very popular on YouTube, you know, like 10, 15 years ago. You might want to, you know, have a peek in, just see, like, what's going on with them. And then you're like, oh. And then you get kind of sad. It's like, man, I remember when things were a lot simpler. Oh yeah, because there was also a subtweet to this. As I saw this is very much connected to the conversation as well. Hold on. I've been talking about this a lot on stream, but I miss the old days of streaming and content creation. I've been streaming for almost 8 years, and it's just sad to see how much it's changed. And the worst thing for streaming ever was with the little IRL streaming gremlins somehow got large platforms just to go around harassing people and saying controversial things for views. I think this is true. I think this is absolutely true. I think IRL streaming has been one of the best and one of the worst things to have ever happened to streaming. When I say one of the best, I'm talking like we just talked about, like, Connor's charity auction, right? The stuff Connor has done with IRL streams is insane. Like, the events he's held, the cyclothons, everything he has done there, he has been pushing boundaries for so long. It's insane what he does. But at the same time, you have literally people walking around committing crimes. And it's just sad. Like, why would you do that? And the unfortunate reality is that, like, those dumb things people do float to the top because a lot of people are talking about them because they're dumb things, you know? It creates, like, a different atmosphere, I think. There's, like, no other way to really put it. It's not really, like, a numbers thing. It's not really, like, even a drama thing. It's just it creates a bad vibe, you know? When a lot of people start getting exposed, when a lot of people are doing bad things, it just creates a not fun vibe. You can do your best to avoid it, but I think it's kind of like a platform-wide thing. It's like the same thing that was during the adpocalypse days, you know? Like, even if you didn't care about it at all, you're, like, not a content creator, because I didn't make any content back in the adpocalypse days, right? But it felt like everyone on the platform was just slightly more sad. It felt like everything could crumble at any moment. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm gonna keep saying vibe. Because it's, you know, like this non-descriptive word that you can just use whenever you can't quite define things. It's just a vibe.